The screen opens not to a desert of endless dunes, but to an Eden of rivers twisting through vast meadows, a living paradise where the Sahara was never dry. The air is heavy with life, flocks of birds burst from reed-lined marshes, herds of antelope thunder across the plains, and thick groves of trees stretch as far as the eye can see. Yet, within this bounty, survival is never simple. A small band of Australopithecus moves swiftly, their bodies tense, their eyes locked on the shadow of a massive water buffalo grazing near the river's edge. This is not leisure. This is risk, wrapped in necessity. They creep closer, gripping stone shards sharpened against rock, their bare feet sinking softly into damp soil. One misstep, and the prey could become the predator. The chase erupts suddenly. A male lunges forward, hurling a jagged stone that scrapes across the beast's flank. The buffalo bellows, charging with wild fury, scattering the band. For a moment, chaos reigns. One female clutches her infant tight, racing toward the reeds. Others scramble up the low branches of an acacia tree, their hearts pounding in unison. Dust and panic swirl together until finally the herd gallops off, leaving the group bruised but alive. Hunger, however, remains unsatisfied, and the tribe knows this failed hunt is only the beginning of their trial. As the sun tilts higher, the band regathers near the water's edge. They drink, carefully scooping water into cupped leaves, cautious of crocodiles lurking in the shallows. The lush paradise hides predators in every shadow. Above, vultures circle, as if foretelling the outcome of the day. Yet, necessity drives them forward. They forage now, plucking roots and berries, breaking reeds to weave into makeshift baskets, always alert, always moving, for they sense what the land grants can just as easily be taken away. Without warning, a distant roar splits the air. The reeds sway unnaturally. A lioness emerges, golden and silent, her eyes locked on the weakest straggler of the band. The tribe freezes. In the prehistoric world, silence is survival. Slowly, one male raises his stone tool knuckles, whitening as he readies himself. Others circle instinctively, forming a living wall around the young and the wounded. The standoff stretches like an eternity heat, shimmering in the air, until a sudden clap of thunder overhead cracks the tension apart. Storm clouds gather, as if the heavens themselves conspire to deepen the danger. Rain lashes down, pounding the earth into mud, blurring vision, masking scent. The lioness hesitates, snarling as water streams across her fur, before retreating into the thickets. The tribe exhales as one drenched but unbroken. They march toward the safety of the caves, etched into the nearby cliffs, their shadows flickering against lightning that splits the green horizon. The storm is both curse and salvation. It drives away predators, yet threatens to flood the lowlands where they once felt secure. Every step is a choice between life and death, between fear and resilience. Inside the cave, dripping and shivering, they gather around a bundle of dry grass, ignited by friction. Primitive fire, coaxed from stone and effort. Flames flicker across their faces, revealing not just relief, but determination. They share roots and berries, bruises and glances, binding themselves tighter as a family against a world of peril. The lush Sahara may be paradise, but for these early humans, paradise is never gentle. It is a battlefield where only unity secures survival. Morning breaks over the soaked paradise, the river swollen and wild from the night storm. Mist curls above the ground like spirits wandering between worlds, and the Australopithecus band steps cautiously from their shelter. The world feels refreshed yet dangerous. the earth soft beneath their feet, every track sinking deep into the mud. The scent of wet earth and crushed leaves fills the air, and somewhere nearby, the calls of howler monkeys echo, as if mocking the fragile humans who must fight to earn their place in this green empire. The band moves together, an unspoken rhythm guiding their actions. The females gather fruits, loosened by the storm, their nimble fingers pulling them into reed baskets. One male climbs a low fig tree, his balance animal-like, plucking ripe orbs to share with those below. A child splashes in a puddle, laughter erupting wordlessly until a sharp gesture from his mother reminds him that sound can summon predators. Silence returns heavy and deliberate. This is the eternal rule of survival. Soon, they find traces of another danger. The mud carries the story footprints larger than any buffalo claw marks, gouged into the ground, the heavy drag of a tail. Crocodiles are not the only threat here. A beast older and more fearsome prowls the saber-toothed cat, silent hunter of this Eden. The band tightens their ranks, their eyes darting to every rustle of grass, every shadow that lingers too long. They know the cat may already be watching, waiting. Hunger drives them onward, regardless. By midday, the sun scorches through retreating clouds, and the group reaches an open plain. The green expanse is beautiful, but merciless. Herds of giant antelope graze freely, yet the humans are too small, their tools too crude to bring one down alone. They resort to cunning. The males gather long branches, stripping them into sharp stakes, testing their points against stone. The females dig for tubers, knowing roots can fill bellies when hunts fail. Children cling to their mothers, their eyes wide with instinctive fear. Then, a sudden upheaval. From across the plain, another band of Australopithecus emerges, strangers leaner, more numerous. Their arrival is no coincidence. The storm scattered resources, and now two tribes find themselves on the same land, the same prey, the same fragile line of survival. The air thickens with tension. There are no words, no negotiations, only body language. Low growls, bared teeth, and the grip of stone tools against sweating palms. The two bands circle, neither willing to retreat. The standoff ignites when a juvenile strays too close to the rival group. A sharp cry pierces the air as his mother rushes forward, pulling him back, just as a rival male hurls a rock. Dust rises, fists pound the earth, and chaos erupts in a storm of limbs and fury. Stone strikes, flesh screams echo, and blood stains the grass. For the first time, the lush Sahara reveals its true law, even in paradise survival, is war. And then, just as quickly as it begins, the clash halts. A roar from the tall reeds cuts through the melee. The saber-toothed cat has arrived, its eyes glinting with hunger, its fangs gleaming like ivory daggers. Both tribes freeze, their battle silenced by a greater threat. The saber-toothed cat slinks from the reeds, its massive shoulders rippling with power, each step silent and deliberate. Both tribes, moments before locked in bloodied conflict, now stand as statues, every muscle trembling with the knowledge that one wrong movement will bring death. The predator's amber eyes dart between them, calculating which body will be easiest to bring down. Rainwater still clings to its fur, glistening like metal under the sun, making the beast seem otherworldly, a god of fang and claw, ruling this green Sahara. Instinct takes hold. The two rival bands' enemies, only heartbeats ago, instinctively merge into a circle. Mothers clutch their young, the strongest males move to the front, gripping their sharpened stakes with hands that shake but refuse to let go. The cat growls low, a rumble that vibrates through the earth itself. For a moment, Time holds still. Then it charges. The clash is violent and desperate. Stones fly, striking its ribs. Stakes jab forward as the beast collides with the wall of humans. Screams and roars mingle in a single storm of sound. The cat lashes out, swiping one male across the chest, sending him sprawling into the grass, blood spilling into the soil. Yet the band does not break. They surge together, a storm of small bodies, against a monster of muscle and teeth. Fire born from unity burns stronger than fear. Finally, a stone crashes against the cat's skull, dazing it. Another sharp stake pierces its flank. Wounded and furious, the beast recoils, snarling, before slinking back into the reeds. The silence that follows is heavy, broken only by the sobs of the wounded and the cries of children. They have survived not through dominance, but through unity, born in the face of annihilation. As dusk falls, the two tribes share a single fire within the cave, tending wounds with crushed herbs, passing food hand to hand. There are no words, only gestures of peace. A root offered a wound, bound a child soothed. In that moment, the lush Sahara is no longer a paradise of division, but of fragile brotherhood. The flicker of firelight dances on their faces, not of rivals, but of kin who have learned the oldest truth in the heart of a dangerous paradise. Survival is not conquered alone, it is earned together.